Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. Share this too. Let's see. In fact, I'm just going to take it off. Share it. All right. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. All praise to the Most High. All right, that should be enough. Well, shalom, guys. I want to bring this out. So there's a doc. I'm doing a commentary on my brother Yehuda, F.O.P.E. Right? He done this, and he wanted me to do a commentary on it. And I looked at it. I was like, wow, it's great. You really don't need too much of a commentary. It speaks for itself. But I have a few videos I want to show. I don't know how long it'll be. It's been a long day. So let's start. Let's go.
This is your brother Yehuda, Isaiah, and I'm coming again with a quick video to continue to kill this lie, okay, that the Mexicans and the Hispanics are our people. Now let's deal with the languages here. Yes, let's deal with the Semitic languages to see if the Aztecs spoke the Semitic languages. Look what it says here. The Semitic languages. It says previously also name Syro-Arabian languages. It says here
hold on, guys.
Are a branch of Afro-Asiatic
language. I'm gonna mute this and take it back because yeah, it looks I looked and it looks foggy. So let me wipe the screen real quick. Bear with me. Bear with thou. All right. I tell you guys, man, I see a couple of videos brothers do or sisters do, and how Facebook and sometimes YouTube will just take it completely off. You know, or mess it up, mess with the sound, have it choppy, all because you bringing out information. Let's try this again.
Brother Yehuda, Isaiah, and I'm coming again with a quick video to continue to kill this lie, okay, that the Mexicans and the Hispanics are our people. Now let's deal with the languages here. Yes, let's deal with the Semitic languages to see if the Aztecs spoke the Semitic languages. Look what it says here. The Semitic languages. It says previously also name Syro-Arabian languages. It says here are a branch of Afro-Asiatic language family originating in the Middle East, which is really Africa, before the British drew the lines. Okay, the Middle East is considered Africa. Canaan is from Ham. And it says here, that are spoken by more than 330 million people across, it says, much of Western Asia, which is the Asia Minor, North Africa, and the Horn, it says the Horn of Africa. North Africa and the Horn of Africa. Okay? And then it says, as well as in often large immigrants. Okay, and then it says to North America, etc., and Europe, because you have a lot of Europeans, converted Jews that speak the Hebrew. Okay, they converts, but it says that it says it is a Afro-Asiatic language. Okay, a Afro-Asiatic language family. It says in the Horn of Africa, okay, and the Middle East, which is Africa. Now, let's take a look at the Aztec.
Listen to this very carefully, because it's going to be dropped tonight.
Language. It says, Nahuatl. I can't even pronounce this here, but look what it says here. Historically, as Aztec, it is not a Semitic language. Okay, the Aztec language is not a Semitic language. Let me repeat that one more time. The Aztec language is not a Semitic language. Just continue to kill these lies, okay? This is easy work. It is not a Semitic language. And it says here, the region that spoke the Aztec language, Mexico.
Right.
And then it says places like Veracruz, etc. But it says that it is not, okay, a Semitic language.
Hold on, let me see something here, right? It's about the religions, right? It's not an Aztec language, right? But in places. Here's my thing, right here. See this? And migrants in United States, El Salvador, Guatemala, Canada, so on, right? Let's go.
Game is over. The Aztec language is not a Semitic language. It doesn't even mention it as being a Semitic language whatsoever. Let us see if the Taino language is Semitic. It says here, the Taino is an Arawakan language, not a Semitic language. It says a Arawakan language, but not a Semitic language. And then it says that was spoken by the Taino people of the Caribbean. At the time of the Spanish contact, it was the principal language throughout the Caribbean.
Right.
Okay, throughout the Caribbean. It says it was the principal language throughout the Caribbean. Classic Taino proper, it says proper was the native language of the northern Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico. Okay, Puerto Rico and the Turks. And the Turks are Europeans. And it says also Hispaniola. But also, just as I read concerning the Aztec language, it is not a Semitic language, showing you that they were not Semitic peoples. Also the Taino, it is not a Semitic language, showing you that the Taino Indians, also like the Aztecs, were not Semitic peoples. Game is over. But let's continue. I want to show you guys a video now, 2 video clips with two Mexican historians, okay, telling you that the...
Hold on, 2, I'm sorry, I think people doing that on 2 Mexican historians, right? This is ridiculous. Okay, 2 Mexicans of historians. Okay, so you don't have to believe Yehuda Israel, right, at all. Okay, you can believe or Qanath Yahawashi. You don't have to believe me. You understand? Don't believe the Negro. Don't believe the Negro. Okay, so we're going to bring on 2 Mexican scholars, right? Now you don't have to believe us. All right, so let me try to take care of something here, because people talk about the noise every time we do the video, and I understand it is very annoying. So we do this one more again, and I'm sorry, I apologize for this, guys. That's why I'm trying to upgrade my equipment here. I'm doing everything from my phone. from my phone. Trust me. So, let's see. One more. And if I get any more, I can't help it. I apologize again. All right. So, do this here. See. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm end up just pulling out all the rooms on this thing here. I don't need no. Won't be in no more groups. All right. All right. So we're gonna go to two scholars. Okay, two Mexican scholars. You don't have to believe us, right? Two Mexican scholars. All right. Let's go back a hair, just a hair.
Like they want to believe the Edomites.
Right.
The Edomites
Is also like the Aztecs were not Semitic peoples. Game is over. But let's continue. I want to show you guys a video now, two video clips with two Mexican historians, telling you out their own mouths that the Olmecs were African peoples. That the Olmecs was African peoples. Two Mexican historians. Watch this.
Yesterday was about the culture of the Olmecs actually preceding the Mayas. Could you explain that?
Sure. They even are called pre-Maya. Olmecs, some of their cities found in La Venta, Veracruz, Mexico. Some of them probably here on the Pacific coast of Guatemala. And actually, Mayan civilization, as I said, is a sort of a cultural unification. Even some cultures came from the ocean. Some cultures were here already, like the Olmecs. And they are considered probably the roots of the Africans because of the Negroid features.
Because of the Negroid features.
That were left around. And actually in the Pacific coast of Guatemala, we have a city known as Cabaj. And actually it's sort of
Israel, now you got a Mexican, see that? But when Qanath say features, phenotype, you can't go by that, Qanath. You can't do that. Right? And I'm not saying this too. You're going to have some people that may look like them and still our people too. But overall, no. Let's go.
Between the Mayas and the Olmecs. The Mayan civilization is sort of a overlapping of cultures. We're going to talk something about it here, especially of the Teotihuacans, is a good example of it. The Olmecs actually were part of the Mayan civilization.
We're part of it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, probably they were the ones that had some information about the ball courts, some information about the actually even carving jelly, because actually we think that they were the ones called pre-Maya, but it's just a cultural part of the Mayan civilization.
And the Olmecs were around...
They were around
2,000 or 3,000
somewhere early 3000 BC.
Wait a minute. 3000 BC. Where was Israel? Where was Israel? The Mayans was here, right? Aztecs. 3000 BC. You scholars. Right? Where was Israel? All 12 tribes. Where were they? Scholars. Huh? Look it up. And find out where was Israel around 3000 BC. So is this Athens? Huh? Is this a land where no man dwelt? Don't believe me. Believe the Mexican scholar. How about that?
To some
We was in the wilderness.
Lasted the Mayan civilization until 980. They were in some way like absorbed by the Mayas. Just the same thing happened with the Teotihuacans.
900 AD. Do your research.
Talking about the Olmec heads, right? Yeah. Those made with the basaltic, I mean, rock, right? And I guess you know which is the point. The mystery, it is that those Olmec heads, showing us none of the features.
It said none of the features due to time. I said it, found out. Don't take my word for it, just in case I mentioned it wrong. Timeline, okay, in your Bible.
Physical characteristics quite different to the rest of the people we have in this country, right?
Link.
He said they don't even look alike.
Yesterday was about the culture of the Olmecs actually preceding.
Let me stop this real quick. This gets on my spirit. I want y'all to understand something. I saw a video earlier today of the brother Ricard out of GOCC. And a pastor from a church invited him to speak. And if I could, I think that brother done a great job. And I'm going to tell you why. He gave a history of the black church. I have a book on it. An elder gave me a book that he wrote on the history of the black church. And I'm going to probably do a commentary on it. But if you notice, we've been infiltrated, right? Mm-hmm. If you wanted the black vote or anything, you had to go through the church because the people respected the church. And now nobody respects the church anymore, right? Because it's wicked. They came along with prosperity teaching, right? Come as you are teaching, right? The laws are done away with, right? The black church was just that, the black church, okay? So it was infiltrated, right? Next thing you know, you had the white, so-called white preachers coming in, right? Infiltrated and started paying the pastors money, right? And now the black church is not even a black church anymore. The black church, so-called black church, was respected all over the world. Remember Jesse Jackass? They would send him different places to try to talk to different countries, right? They respected the leaders in United Snakes of America, right? Religion leaders, even Farrakhan. But now there's no respect, right? And the Most High has done this because they teaching wickedness. But now as Israel has become awakened, right? And doing the work here and throughout the world, right? Them Negroes, okay? So they say, how can this movement is going too high. People waking up, we can't stop it. Mm-hmm. Let's shut down the Facebook. Let's shut down YouTube. Mm-hmm. Let's put restrictions on them, right? Let's call them terrorists. Mm-hmm. The black Hebrews. Let's try to stop the teaching on the street, right? How can we stop this? Mm-hmm. Just like they stopped the Christian churches and everything else. They infiltrated, right? By bringing in other people like they're doing right now. Understand that. Like they're doing right now. And before I jump back on this, I want you to keep this fresh in your memory. This is one of all praises to the morning. And you know how they had the info commercials? And they had one music of the 70s. Black soul music. And man, it brought me to tears. And I'm going to tell you why.
Time Warner.
I saw a sea of blackness, but a sea of soul. A sea of creativity, a sea of togetherness. I saw leadership in the music industry and beyond, right? And I saw the instruments being played and every other nationality trying to copy off of it and jump on our vibe. And then it made me think about, as a child coming up, seeing the aunts and uncles playing spades at the table. He and ha-ha laughing, drinking Miller Genuine Draft, right? Or a bottle of liquor, whatever the hell it was. And playing cards, having a good time. And putting the, I forgot what they call it, the 8-track tape in there. Listen to the music. Listen to, what's the name? Gladys Knight and the Pips. And I'm Marvin Gaye. So I'm looking at this. And it brought tears to my eyes because I was like, that generation is almost dead. A lot of the musicians, a lot of people that was playing cards and doing the slow drag and all, I see that. And now the same people allowed other people in and instill their culture and everything And now it has crossed over again in our awakening. That we're allowing people, if you look at these camps, ISUBK, they got white men teaching the heads of classes. So do GMS and other so-called camps. Not at F.O.P.E. Okay? And not in the body of Ha Mashayach Yahawashi. That's the true body. The true body of Christ, the 12 disciples and more, were not Hispanic. They were not in the Maccabees' time. They were not the prophets. Okay? And now you got these people leading congregations, calling them captains and so on and so forth. We've been infiltrated once again. By hook or by crook, you must stand straight. All right? This came on my spirit. Because now you got two Hispanic historians telling you, giving you dates and time. Right? When the Israelites were still there. And oh my goodness. If y'all can hang on tonight, I'm not done yet. Because I'm going to show you. We say the game over. We said the chart is no longer on trial. It's not on trial anymore. We said it's received the death penalty. It's now for you guys to start taking it out in the street and burning it and come back to your true nationality and your true heritage. Right? Jeremiah chapter 12, 7 through 9. It does not mean that. In verse 7, verse 8, and verse 9, it was talking about their inheritance. And they gave it away when you get the precepts. Just like they're doing right now. Just like they're doing right now. Okay? Wake up. Don't let these men lead you in a pit that you can't get out of. All right? Let's finish up on this wise.
Could you explain that?
Sure. They even are called Primaya. Olmecs, some of their cities found in La Venta, Veracruz, Mexico. Some of them probably here on the Pacific coast of Guatemala. And actually, Mayan civilization, as I said, is sort of a cultural unification. Came from the other side of the ocean, some cultures, and they are considered probably the roots of the Africans. Because
wait a minute, did he just say the Olmecs are the roots of the Africans?
of the Negroid features.
Of the Negroid features, and that Hispanic historian just said of the Negroid features. That's pseudo act. So whatever the hell you want to call it. No, this is live testimony, Negroes. From Hispanic historian, Negroes. One more again.
Some cultures came from the other side of the ocean, some cultures are red like the Olmecs. And they are considered probably the roots of the Africans because of the Negroid features on their big heads that were left around.
Oh, you big heads that was left around. Them O.J. Simpson heads. Them Shaquille O'Neal heads. Them Charles Barkley heads. Them big LeBron James heads. And some of you Negro big-headed niggas. All right?
That's what he said.
That's right. Talk to me.
Even some cultures came from the other side of the ocean. Some cultures were here already, like the Olmecs.
Here already.
And they are considered probably the roots of the Africans because of the Negroid features.
They big heads.
And they are considered probably the roots of the Africans because of the Negroid features on their big heads that were.
Now, this is a historian. He's been given the job to give a commentary or giving you the history of it. Okay? He in Mexico telling you. Don't believe these doggone so-called, okay, I'm going to say it. Other so-called Hispanics or Hispanic people talk about that's our people. No, this is a real guy. These other people just woke up to the knowledge 3-4 years ago, still in their 20s. Right? Talk about their historian. Man, stop playing with thou. Stop it. Okay? But you got a real man right there. Beautiful guy. Right? Hard worker. Bringing up that truth. Let me tell, I just tell like this. I'm going to tell this guy this. Preach.
Were left around because of the Negroid features on their big heads that were left around because of the Negroid features on their big heads that were left around.
Talking about the Olmec heads, right? Those made with the basaltic, rock, right? The point. The mystery, it is heads. None of the features. Physical characteristics quite different to the rest of the people we have in this country. The mystery, it is that those Olmec heads showing us none of the features. The mystery, heads
Hallelujah.
showing us
The phenotypes.
none of the features.
The phenotypes.
None of the
The
features.
phenotypes.
None of the
The
features.
phenotypes.
Physical characteristics.
This is a historian Mexican.
Different to the rest of the people we have in quite different to the rest of the people we have in this country.
In Mexico.
Okay, that's it. I don't have to say no more. Okay, as you see, the Aztec and the Taino language was not and is not Semitic. Okay, proving that the Mexicans and the so-called Hispanics are not Semitic peoples. I don't have to say any more. And also, these two Mexican historians, okay, told you that the Olmecs were Negro, black peoples, okay, black peoples. So basically, I don't have to say no more. And also, the first historian, he said, he gave the date of the Olmec civilization, okay, and when you deal with the timeline, when the Olmec civilization was flourishing, guess what? The 12 tribes was wandering in the wilderness
That's
with
right,
Moses.
That's right.
Again,
That's
when
right.
the Olmec civilization was flourishing, the 12 tribes was wandering in the wilderness or the desert with Moses, working their way up to the promised land after leaving Egypt. It is no way in hell that Mexicans and so-called Hispanics are bloodline Israelites.
Watch this. Hey guys, tell me the tribe Fope come from. Tell me the tribe Fope come from. Let's go.
From our forefather, a black man named Jacob. No way. Y'all better repent quick. Game over. I'm out.
Game over. It's not my music. Don't even though I tend to make money off this music. But read.
It's out of time to change your way, looking at the signs.
Time to change your ways, Israel.
For the last days.
These are the last days, like y'all said.
We read all about
Reading the Bible.
The books of the apostles, St. Matthew, St. Mark, Luke and John told us of war and rumors of war. Children having children.
Repent. Stop teaching.
Pestilence and famine.
Repent. Stop teaching lies.
Redemption is at hand, and only the righteous shall stand in this judgment.
Only the righteous shall stand.
That is to come.
Repent.
Where every man will get paid according to the work they have done. Not a time.
Stop preying on the weak. Stop preying on the weak. Okay? Alright, let's go to this video. I'm gonna check this out. This is a book y'all should try to get here. Alright?
Because we FaceTime with the rim.
It's a book y'all should try to get. While I get this other video I want y'all to see here. Alright? What does that say, guys? Can you see that, Yashafa? Can you see that? And say what? 101 things everyone should know about the African American. Let's say the Negro. But let's get this on this wise right here. What does that say, guys? This sister, right? I'm going to give you her YouTube channel. But she was directed to me by somebody that made a comment on one of our YouTube videos. So I said I'm going to check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check this out. You ain't going to see what she going to show you. Right? Or what we've been talking about in South America. Unless you talk about the Negroes there. Okay? Let's get this. No. Okay.
All right, take it away.
Let's get it. Let me go here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen up.
I give myself away, so you.
I do not own the rights to this music. That's the sister music.
I
Her
give
brother.
myself away.
Shalom, shalom, everyone, shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Oh, she said shalom, shalom, shalom. Everybody Shabbat shalom. Let's get it. Don't say I like what she said there. Listen to that.
I give myself away, so you can use.
Yes, sir.
I give myself away.
Shalom, shalom, everyone, shalom, Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat
Thank you so
shalom.
much for joining me through today's teachings. We give glory and honor to the Most High. I give Most High the praise and magnification. I worship His holy name. I thank Yah that giving up me opportunity to come and share this message for you guys to hear. Thank you so much again for joining us through today's teachings. I pray that your life will never be the same. Trust me, I don't take these things, especially the teachings, for granted. It's just an opportunity. And I'm so blessed on this platform to share the message of blessing, to share the message of revelation, to share the message of what?
And the revelation is going to bring to you guys the tribe of Ephraim in West Africa. Yoruba people, right? The tribe of Ephraim shall not wax pale and shall not be a speckled bird. All right, let's go.
Revival, to share the message of what? Salvation. Because if you know the truth, and this very truth shall set you free. It's just a word of
Come back to it. Please forgive me. Boy, when that smoke start coming, boy, I'm telling you.
Maybe Maybe today is the first time you come across our videos. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the West. I don't say only the West Africans. Of course, they took.
Hold on, did she just say we? Just like we say in camp, who are we? We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? Did she just say we are the Hebrew Israelites of West Africa? I want to see what they're saying that in the 12 countries in South America. We are the Hebrew Israelites in Peru. We are the Hebrew Israelites. And next, we are the Spanish Israelites in Peru, Argentina, Guatemala, El Salvador, Brazil, the Spaniard ones, right? The Spanish. Are they saying that in Argentina?
Nope.
Are they saying that in Chile? Are they saying that? But this is what she said. Bring it out.
And the message is like knocking the door of our heart to wake us up. Maybe today is the first time you come across our videos. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the West Africans. I'm not saying only the West Africans. Of course, they took our forefathers and our foremothers to the four corners of this world, the planet. So we spread all over. But
did she just say we spread all over? Wait a minute. Spread all over. Then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let this play. All over. So how come? Right? Because some of you guys trust in man. How come she said we are the Hebrew Israelites from West Africa, and she's gonna give you a detail? But how come you got South America and the people there, right?
9 tribes.
9 tribes there. You're right. And they're Hispanics, and you don't want to talk about the black ones because the black ones are here, 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 here. But the Hispanic ones are here. James 1:1. Let's get it.
it's special about us.
Ain't that?
We are the Hebrew Israelites. So the Most High have opened the door for us to come and teach, for others to be awakened from the long sleep that we are sleeping. We tend to have different image
than
this,
brother.
this. And
Brother,
some people will say it doesn't matter. I mean, what it is, it does matter. Truth does matter. People are employing sin or lies than employing righteousness.
You're right. There's lies coming out of these.
One will say it doesn't matter. It does matter. We need to know the truth, and this very truth shall set us free. Okay, so thank you for our new subscribers. It has been a while for us to post a new video. We have got an opportunity today to do so. Thank you so much for our new subscribers. I think we have a lot of subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With the Most High will bless you. We really appreciate everyone that has subscribed to our channel, and please share the videos. Please share.
Share this video.
We don't care how many people that you send the video to, or you copy the link. Just share. You will never know who is going to forward it. Who is going to share. The more people share, the more to do that. Please help us. And maybe you watch our videos but you haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe to our channel. Our channel is a new channel, but when you do that, I know your life will never be the same.
Let me show you her channel. Her channel, guys. No commentary on this. I want to show you her channel because she said, please. This is her channel right there. My Time in Heaven 7. My Time in Heaven 7. That's her channel. All right.
Receive a blessing from me because I'm nothing. I'm just a human being. I know you will be receiving a blessing for the Most High. I am so excited. So I'm short of words. I don't know what to say. So let me go straight to today's teaching. The point. Today our teachings will be based on a tribe in Nigeria, West Africa. Of course, a tribe.
Let me cut off just for one more time, guys. Remember we brought out a video. Mighty Hebrew brought out one. The brother Yehuda Israel and I brought out one, and we was talking about how you can find certain tribes of Israel, right? And his brother's son brought out. There's so many of us brought this stuff out. And remember the last one? I forgot which brother did it. Was talking about read the book of Babylon, the Timbuktu, and Yehuda did that and showed the brother that in the book of Babylon, Timbuktu showed you how he is Israelite and went down into Africa, show you where he came from and everything. And he says he's from the tribe of Ephraim. You know, you got to follow what we're doing. Let's go.
West Africa, Nigeria, sons of Ephraim or Bene Ephraim. And this tribe, Bene Ephraim, have a history that they came from what? They are Hebrew Israelites in southeast Nigeria. Sorry, it's west, not east, southwest Nigeria. And they have a history that they journey from Israel through Egypt, then to Morocco. I will show a map later on, but this their story that indeed they are Hebrew Israelites, and even they are their neighbors or their fellow.
Even some of them been infiltrated like we been infiltrated over here too, right? Everybody want to be Israel. You understand? But they got their history. Let's go.
Yorubas call them the strange people. The strange people, like they are not like them or something. The strange people. So these Hebrew Israelites in the land of Nigeria, the Bene Ephraim, are the sons of Ephraim. The Ephraimites, the sons of Ephraim in Nigeria, southwest Nigeria. They have another name. I think native name is Omo Oyo Okum. I hope I'm just pronouncing it right. Just forgive me. It's Yoruba, so I couldn't pronounce right. It says strange people by the Hebrews Israelites. That's the name they have for them. Or Bene Ephraim, the sons of Ephraim. These are black. Anytime
these are black,
I'll bring these teachings. I tend to stress this a lot, that one won't claim to be a Hebrew Israelite, especially West Africans, for nothing. They don't. I mean, they are not claiming to get anything, but they know they are the people. You see, we have two things going on. Being a Hebrew Israelite is in your blood, it's in your DNA. That's your DNA carrying it. No one can take that away from you. It's not a religion that I'm a Judaism, like worshiping Judaism, worshiping. No. Their culture, their tradition is what? Being a Hebrew Israelite. So everything that they do is the Old Testament stuff. I think that would make sense for anyone that come across this video. You have to be what? Deny Yeshua Mashiach and accept, that means I'm practicing Judaism. No. They don't practice Judaism, but they are the people of Judah or people of Hebrew Israelites. And now we have new name going on. When you say Jews, that means you are talking about the Hebrew or the Israelites. It doesn't work that way. Judah is one. Jacob have 12 sons, so Judah is one. So for one to say Jews, it doesn't cover all the land. And even Judah, the land, the southern kingdom, which is the land of Judah or Judean, like it's not only Judah. Like Judah have that land by himself or his descendants. Benjamin is included, and we have Simeon is included, and then we have Levi, who is the descendants of what? Aaron, the high priest, is included. So one will say, "Oh, I'm Jews, I'm Jew. That means I'm Judah." No, read the Torah very well. No, the land doesn't belong to only even one particular tribe, which is the southern tribe, Judah. No. That teachings we will do it another time to bring this across. So
listen up, so you're going to get down to some of the good stuff.
Oh no, they are not the Hebrew Israelites. It's not like, again, I tend to repeat myself with this thing. It's not like they are sharing some cake or money or whatever. And so if I claim to be a Hebrew Israelite, I'm going to get. They know who they are. They know who they are. Trust me, these people know who they are. They know who they are, and no one can take that from their hands. The reason why we are in this mess, our forefathers and our foremothers made a mistake to worship what Baal, to deny Yahweh, to deny Yah Elohim. That's the reason why we are in this mess. And one thing for you to see the Hebrew Israelites, you have to see them having a prayer shawl on their hair, going to the synagogue or just praying.
And I'm going to do a class on how much we denied Yahweh, right? And how much we denied Yahawashi.
Wherever. No, it doesn't work that way. People, as now people are worshiping them, if they are being holy people, there won't be any need for the Most High to drive them away from the land. But what? They are full of sin. The 10 northern kingdom push away, like they turn their back, refusing to worship it. And Most High drove them away from the land. Then the southern kingdom did the same thing. Her sister Israel and did the same thing. And again, the Most High drove them away from the land. So none have to expect them to be holy people that they are worshiping the Most High, and they have their church and like they have long beard and like twisting hair on their side and all that. No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. These people have history repeating, worshiping Baal time and time. The Most High will punish them. And again, time and time, if they have their freedom, they have to run to west. They don't run to east, except they capture them. So again, let's check our history and let's check our facts, and that will help us a lot. So let me bring the map on the screen. I have this map on the screen, map of including Northern and West Africa. So you can see Israel is on the top, like Northeast Africa. We have the arrow there showing in Egypt. So this Bene Ephraim journey from the land of Israel, Canaan land, and they came west to Egypt. West, and they crossed.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question, right? Because I know everybody, God damn, Qanath, you seem like you're going against other people. No, I'm not. I just don't want y'all to try to give our heritage away. So you telling me that the Hispanics traveled up, right? Julio Cesar Chavez traveled here, right? A band of Julio Cesar Chavez, right? Traveled down, right? And here come Oscar de la Hoya, all the way down.
And they boxing
right?
women.
All of them come down here, right? Now you got Oscar de la Hoya, Cesar Chavez, right? All of them down there in Nigeria. Man, you Negroes have lost y'all damn mind, man.
Yeah, Nigeria, then they went straight to Morocco. So we have a lot of like Moroccan Jews. Yeah, they went to Morocco and stayed there for a while. And I'll bring this across.
Thanks, brother. Right, share, please.
The motherland, which is Israel, and our tall guy. I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, you know, they question them, which tribe do you come from and all that, for them to justify their case. Then they will say, what is the Ashkenazi Jews? Then they will say, oh, my mom comes from Morocco, or my father comes from Morocco, which is Moroccan Jews. The Moroccan Jews are dark. They are not what? Wow, or Caucasian. They are dark. They are dark like us. So let me continue with my teachings. From there, then they journey south to Niger. Then south again, you can see the arrow on the screen. South again to what?
Y'all said they journey south to Niger. Y'all hear that? What the hell is wrong with you, brothers, man? Y'all tripping, man. I'm gonna just play with y'all. Damn.
West Nigeria, where they dwell. They went there 14th century ago, which is the time of the Muslim messing around with our people. So a lot of tribes.
She said around that time the Muslims messing with our people.
She sure did.
She said that, right? But they don't know nothing, huh?
Hebrew Israelite tribe tried to run away from the Muslim issue, not to like force them to convert to Islamic, so they tend to run to different area in West Africa. So the map that I have on the screen, sorry, it's a,
okay, see the map on the screen. Give you a chance to look at it. Look at it and look at it good. All right. Listen.
Ondo, I have the arrow. It says Bene Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim in Nigeria. Bene Ephraim. Ondo, that is the area they dwell. They are descendants of Ephraim, children of Ephraim.
She said in Nigeria.
Hebrew Israelites in Nigeria, southeast Nigeria. What am I saying? Southwest Nigeria, forgive me. I'm used to the east, southwest Nigeria. I have another map on the screen. Again, you can also Ondo State. I hope again I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, just forgive me. Ondo State. And again, you can see the name Bene Ephraim. Bene Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim in Nigeria. These are the sons of Ephraim. These are the sons of Ephraim.
Boom!
Ephraim being Joseph children, or Jacob, Joseph children.
You hear that?
Joseph have two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh and Ephraim. And again, even Ephraim, the mother of Ephraim was not even European, but from Africa, Egyptian. I think we have a video that will talk about it, so you can check that one out. So all the lies that is out there to let you know that the Hebrew Israelites or the Israelites or the Jews are different race. No, they are the darker race, which is the West Africans. And nowhere the Torah tells us these people other people will worship them, or other church will worship them. For it to mention their name, that means wow, like they are higher than the Most High. And if you can touch them, you can't talk about them, and they will be rich, they will be higher. No, because of the rebellious spirits that our forefathers and our foremothers rebel against the Most High, the Father, the Creator, the Father who created the whole universe. So what curse came upon us? The Bible that you find out these people will be head, these people will be rich, unless we turn back and surrender to the Most High and accept Yeshua Ha Mashayach as our Lord and personal Savior. Our Yahweh, we need to do that. Other than that, there's no sweet cake anywhere for us. So again, we need to do our own research. I have another picture.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna go here. Right, I'm gonna go here. Yes, sir, Israel. Listen up. Let's go. I love doing this, guys. I love it. I want y'all to understand. Someone stop this. I got another video showing different countries in Africa that has rivers like this or streams like this that it talks about in Second Esdras, right? When you Negroes don't understand, when you can actually walk through these running waters, and some of you can't, right? But a lot of them you can walk. A lot of them you can walk across. Right? It's high time for you guys to wake up. This is not on the ocean nowhere. This is in Africa. Just like in America, you have streams and stuff running through. Same thing in Africa. But I got another video that's gonna cut your throat. But let's listen to this right now. They're homie. Understand that. Gonna show some respect on our women, right? And they was infiltrated. But let's get to it. Watch this. Listen up. Right, Yehuda.
In the 17th century, when the trade in enslaved Africans was at its height, the Tofino people of this region banded together on the banks of Lake Nukwe to avoid capture from the Fon people of the powerful nation of Dahomey.
Avoid capture from who? Okay? Look, I don't feel like it right now, but most high way I'll bring out the scriptures and all what y'all seeing, man.
We're here on market day, when some of the 30,000 residents have come to trade. Fish is the main source of income, as well as tourism and other locally produced crops. Here you can find all types of villages with a place to worship for each one.
So-called Negroes, hard working.
It's equipped with a hospital,
hotels, hard working. Little village is equipped with a hospital, little hotels, clinics, right? Understand this, man. Grace. Let's go.
One traditional and one democratically elected. Today, Gambia is part of the Republic of Benin and is located just 11 kilometers north of the commercial capital of Cotonou.
See that? Benin. Remember that. Remember that. That's what Benin is. Please remember that. West coast of Africa.
I lived in Benin as a child, but like many Africans, I never knew a place like this existed.
Now, he lived in Benin like a child. Facial hair. He got the twist little locks. I had them when I was a young man. They're like Ricky Williams. If anybody go back on the running back in the day, if anybody know about y'all remember Ricky Williams?
I want to find out why that they would build an entire town on water. To do so, I have to head north some 90 kilometers to Abomey, once the capital of the old kingdom of Dahomey. Founded in 1625 by the Fon people, who themselves drew together in self-defense against the slave-raiding kingdom of Oyo to the east.
Listen up.
The Fon fully entered history in 1650 and eventually established Abomey as its capital, deep in the forest, where white men rarely came.
Deep in the forest where white men rarely came or maybe never came. Deep in the forest. Deep in the forest. In the what? Wilderness.
But Dahomey's power to resist Oyo depended on laying its hands on an adequate supply of firearms and ammunition. These were traded initially with the Portuguese at the smaller coastal kingdoms of Adra.
This. Remember that? Not real either, huh? I'm going to show y'all something and tell me, can y'all understand it? What? Look, remember Benin and all, they showing you everything? What is this river name right here y'all looking at? What is that river? Do that say that you narrow pass you can go and cross over? Is that the Euphrates River right there? Is that the Euphrates River? You see that? Going down, down, down. Is that the Euphrates River? Man. Let's get it.
Turn for enslaved Africans.
Look how far that Euphrates River is running. Y'all look at the book of the Apocrypha, y'all see talk about the Euphrates River, but y'all don't want to look at a damn map. Because ain't no map in the Apocrypha, but it's a map in the Word, but y'all don't even read it and understand it. Let's go.
Same storyline existed for these southern kingdoms. Either enslave others or be enslaved yourselves. Europeans played a very good con game against the kingdoms of West Africa. With their superior firearms, they knew that if one kingdom refused to trade with them, they'd simply go to its neighbor and make the same threat. From about 1450, they played this game along the West African coastline, with every dominant kingdom around. Eventually, the Dutch, British, and French traders would get involved, and even more conflict would come about.
Now look at the system of Fope. Look at the statues, man. But y'all want to embrace madness. Now watch, when y'all watch, you're going to see.
This is the royal palace of Abome, where centuries ago the king and his court were housed.
Could this be the tribe of
These
Dan?
cannons were once traded to the kings in return for the enemies of this kingdom. Standing at 6 foot tall, weighing over 90 kg, and of Igbo descent, it is likely that just over 150 years ago, I would have been one of those traded to the Europeans.
See that? He'd have been one traded too.
But Dahome's existence depended on such pragmatism. It is said that many acts of brutality were committed by its kings in order to preserve discipline and the kingdom's existence. Like every culture in the world, the Fon have their own unique story about their origins. This is my guide, Mathieu.
Before y'all dumbasses, not people that understand the truth, but the dumbasses who want to disagree. That guide, right? Oh, that's a Hamite. Well, listen, don't y'all go, when y'all go to black museums or even your teachers, aren't they different nationalities? Right? They hire anybody at any place, anytime, so don't get stupid.
To teach you your history.
To teach you your history.
That you don't know.
Right? Or teach you lies.
That you don't know.
Let's go.
Et c'est une panthère en un homme. Et la scène n'a pas eu lieu ici, mais elle a eu lieu au Togo, donc c'est pourquoi ici on sont d'origine togolaise. Et la scène se passait au XIIIe siècle dans une partie qu'on appelait Adjatado, et au XIIIe siècle qui a été dirigée par un puissant roi, qui avait à l'époque une fille qu'on appelait Alibono. Et c'est la fille un jour qui s'est rendue en pleine forêt à la recherche de l'eau, et elle a rencontré donc cette panthère-là. De la rencontre, donc le carnivore s'est transformé en un homme. Et l'homme a profité pour avoir de l'intimité avec elle. Après 9 mois de grossesse, elle va alors coucher un garçon, qui est devenu alors l'aïeul de tous ceux-là qui sont venus créer ce royaume. Donc c'est pourquoi ici on les a appelés à Gassouvi, les enfants donc de la panthère. Voilà comment ça s'est passé.
Christianity has ruled over this region for over 100 years, and we don't question its own mythological origins. Why question that of the Fon? The rise of the Fon kingdom and eventual empire was different to most of the peoples of West Africa, where chiefs and ministers were appointed based on nepotism. For Dahomey, it was based on courage on the battlefield. And unsurprisingly so, this was a nation in constant danger from the slave raiders of Ouida, Porto Novo, and especially Oyo. It is for this reason that the people of Abome banded together and entrusted their king to rule in their best interest. A lot has been made, largely by European historians, about the acts of brutality and sacrifice of human life here at Abome, in the name of so-called pagan gods. Let's not forget, more Africans were thrown alive in the Atlantic Ocean by European sea captains as a sacrifice to their own god of commerce than were ever sacrificed by the kings of Abome.
I gotta take that back.
The kings of Abome.
I'm sorry, guys.
About the acts of brutality and sacrifice of human life here at Abome, in the name of so-called pagan gods. Let's not forget, more Africans with...
Y'all see that? This is what I want you guys to remember.
That's another word.
Right?
I can't remember where it is.
Y'all keep on talking about other people, our people, but y'all want to forget about the people. The bodies of our, who we know as Israelites, were buried in the water. in the oceans, and eaten by fish and shark and so on. Died and drowned. A lot of times y'all niggas, if water go up your nose, you're screaming and hollering.
A lot of them just left to death.
Right? A lot, you just screaming and hollering. But you see what I see? I'm going to tell you something I don't know if y'all noticed in this picture. That we don't have today. See how they unified? They gathered together, holding hands. Holding hands. Unified together. But not only that, what I see also is everybody back is against one another to protect one another in this circle. In this circle. You have to look at the significance of this picture here. Okay? You see some men in the pictures. You see some women in the pictures with their head wrapped. Head wrapped. Okay? Understand what you're looking at here. Think back. Rethink yourself. Stop saying these other people went through the same stuff. Wake up. Wake up.
Were thrown alive in the Atlantic Ocean by European sea.
Look at this picture here. Look at that. Afro. Like Mike Tyson. Look at this brother here. Right there. Another brother with locks. What's wrong with y'all? Look at the beady, nappy, locky hair. Those are your people who've been beaten and slaughtered. That's in the ocean dead. But one day they too shall rise.
Yes.
Who shall rise? Because they blood crieth out, like it says in Ezekiel. Okay? But one day they too shall rise. But all you Negroites who hate to say Negro, your word should be remembered in the book of death. That you spoke out against your brother and your sister, man, woman, and child. You understand? Look at that. Eat it.
Captains, as a sacrifice to their own god of commerce, than were ever sacrificed by the kings of Abomey.
Vous êtes donc là, la toute première divinité du panthéon, comme on appelle ici, Vodou Leba. Le Leba Tacho, il est le dieu le plus bon. Parce qu'il joue le rôle d'agent de sécurité. C'est un gardien, c'est un gendarme.
Now you see that? You see that? Now this goes into idolatry. Like Dan did, the tribe of Dan. Right? Where we practice the customs of the Egyptians. Just like we practice the customs of America. Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. A lot of you Negroites, right, faking. Know damn well you went to the Thanksgiving dinner. Know damn well you went to the Christmas dinner. Well, I'm not really celebrating it, Ak. I'm just going to get a plate, Ak. Yeah.
On ne le verra jamais à l'intérieur d'une maison. Toujours on le met à la porte.
This erect figure represents the first spirit in the Vodou pantheon.
See that?
Matthew calls him Vodou.
Well, who practice voodoo that y'all say is the tribe of Levi? Who y'all say is the tribe of Levi? But I got another a video showing you way before we came into the knowledge, they upholding the laws, statutes, commandments, and understand Yahawashi is the son of the Most High. But the people that you say that's Levi in Haiti ain't doing nothing. You got one so-called camp over there, right? Few brothers, which is good. Other than that, ain't nobody practicing the law. Them niggas straight in witchcraft. Straight up. Stop playing, man. Let's go.
And clearly, he represents fertility.
Pour dire que celui qui est censé garder toute une maison, il doit la faire preuve d'une certaine force. Donc il dit qu'il est viril.
Right. Let me say Happy New Year. You're right, brother. Happy New Year.
C'est pourquoi le coup les bâtons, debout comme ça. Voilà.
Y'all niggas worship penis right now.
Vodun is to this region what Islam is to Mecca. But to fully understand the relationship between the Fon and Vodun, let's go back to the beginning of Dahomey. The reign of the kings of Abomey began with the king Wegbaja. Wegbaja had a set of twins named Akaba and Hangbe. Akaba was killed in battle. Hangbe took over shortly after. It wasn't uncommon in African history for women to lead kingdoms. Examples exist.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be able to catch it. Let me take it back in here. Okay. Listen up. Thought I was going to be able to catch it. Listen up. All right, here we go.
Hangbe took over shortly after. It wasn't uncommon in African...
Now, hold on. That woman just showed it wasn't uncommon, right? Let me take it back one more time. Keep trying to catch it. I'm trying to catch this.
Kaba was killed in battle. Hangbe took over shortly after.
Dates?
It wasn't...
Oh, wait a minute. You see that? Curly hair. Right? Look at the nose, look at the lips, look at the eyes. But then all of a sudden, her cake been turned. What's wrong with y'all, man? Let's go.
Uncommon in African history for women.
Hold up, man. Look at this. Look at the nose, the eyes, the ears. Are you kidding me? Now, are we saying in Israel? What I'm telling you is that we look like the Egyptians. We look like the Ethiopians. Nobody cake got turned. Only a faggot would say his cake got turned.
We had Negro.
All right? Next time somebody says, hey, Ak, they turned my cake. You call them a faggot. Straight up. Let's go.
Women to lead kingdoms. Examples existed with the Hausa, Asante, Kush, and as far back as Hangbe. Akaba was killed in battle. Hangbe took over shortly after.
Now hold up. When the word faggot only means dry sticks, right? If I'm not mistaken. So don't try to get silly dove.
It wasn't uncommon in African history for women to lead kingdoms.
You see that? Look at these pictures right here. I want y'all to look at something, man. Look at this. That look like any Negro that's walking up and down in your territory. That look like any Negro that's walking up and down in your territory. That look like any Negro that's walking up and down in your territory, city, county, state. But hold on. We not done yet. What y'all see right there? Are them fringes on the sleeve? Could that be a border blue lined up right there because it's a black and white picture? But are them fringes? Look at that jet black woolly nappy hair, bush type hair on that Negro. Look at that nose right there on that Negro right there and that beard. Look at this guy. Right? But you know what I like out of all what I'm seeing? Y'all ain't even catch this. Out of everything I'm looking at. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Too late. I like that right there. I like that right there. Right? I like that right there. I like that right there. Okay? I like that right there. What it tells you. Right? And we don't preach anything there because the Most High going to fight for us. But remember it says, sell your garment, Negro. Okay? What does it look like? Hold up. I see something else I'm sure y'all didn't recognize. Right? Well, years ago, when I started wearing a scarf, and nobody else is doing it, now everybody doing it. You see that? Now, are they Israel? Could be and could not be. Alright, but let's get it.
Examples existed with the Hausa, Asante,
Look at
Kush,
that. Look at that.
and as far back as Sobek Neferu in the Nile Valley. It is Hangbe who is responsible for consolidating the Abomey Plateau under the kingdom of Dahomey. But perhaps her greatest legacy is that of the Mino, a fighting corps of female
take this
soldiers.
back. Something y'all missed,
so
right?
fierce
Something y'all missed.
is that of the...
What is that? What that remind you of right there? Anybody? What sister you know, right, that saved Israel? Can you imagine a sister walking out of the chief or king chambers with his head? Who did that? Okay, let's go.
The Mino, a fighting corps of female soldiers, so fierce that they formed the king's own personal bodyguard. Enslaved Minos went on to play a significant role in the Haitian Revolution. Toussaint Louverture, the leader of the revolution in 1791, was from Dahomey and was trained to fight.
Wait a minute. People from Haiti come from Dahomey? And Benin? Africa?
By these Mino. His successor, Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
Man, that man, look at that man right there. God dog. Look at that. And you know we gotta look fly. I'm gonna give you an example of how we like to look fly. Y'all remember the movie Django? And he asked the dude Jamie Foxx, who was Django, what you want to wear? And he go pick out the flyest damn thing he could wear. He picked out red, Django picked out blue. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Was also trained to fight by his aunt Toya. His personal security was led by a Mino named Marie-Jean. The legacy of these women is yet to be fully appreciated by the entire world. Hangbe's younger brother Agaja took over from 1718. Agaja was an outstanding general and skillful ruler who expanded Dahomey's kingdoms to the coastal states of modern Benin. But Agaja's motives weren't just to have greater access to the sea merchants of Europe.
Let me say one more thing, guys. I'm about to let this video. I'm getting tired. They showed these women warriors, right? And all you guys about you women can't speak. Shut up. That women place. Yeah, we don't understand certain roles in the Bible, right? But we understand certain roles in the Bible what the women played, right? Like Esther and so on. Deborah, you just name it. I guarantee you, a lot of you so-called you suckers that like to get on our Israelite women, y'all wouldn't go to war. Y'all wouldn't go to war like these women did. Y'all wouldn't do that. Y'all some punk ass niggas. Y'all would not do or be
fully
like
appreciated.
Y'all not gonna be a warrior like that, a warrior princess, like you said, not fully appreciated. See, she got the spear in her hand. You niggas be running cows. Call 911. Help! Somebody video this. Video it. All you niggas take out your phones. When somebody getting whipped, take out your phones. You holler out world star. Right? You say no justice, no peace. Right? You say we shall overcome. Right? That's what y'all do. Y'all ain't gonna be no warrior like that sister is. No. You're gonna say Jesus. That's what you're gonna say. All these so-called warriors that street teaching all that, they ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna say, I know my rights. Let me call my lawyer. I got my First Amendment right. That's what y'all gonna say. Let's get it, man.
By the entire world. Hangbe's younger brother Agaja took over from 1718. Agaja was an outstanding general and skillful ruler who expanded Dahomey's kingdoms to the coastal states of modern Benin. But Agaja's motives weren't just to have greater access to the sea merchants of Europe, which cut out the middlemen who charged exorbitant prices for weapons. Agaja wanted to put an end to the slave raids of the coastal states and to stop the export of his fellow Africans. In fact, the number of captives taken from this coast greatly diminished after his conquest. He, like many other royals of Africa, managed to curb their enslavement, but the damage had already been done. Agaja's conquest of the south embittered the Oyo. Their overlord, called the Alafin, sent his famous cavalry into Dahomey 4 times between 1726 and 1730. Once again, caught between a rock and a hard place, captives of war were traded to the Europeans for guns and ammunition. Agaja married a woman named Juanjile, who was a high priest, and is said to have introduced Vodun to Dahomey. Vodun is the spiritual system that exists in Benin today, with similarities with the Ifa system of the Yoruba and other spiritual systems dating back to the Nile Valley some 5,000 years ago. It is the only spiritual system that made its mark in the Americas. Juanjile ruled in tandem with her son King Tegbesu. But it is the reign of this father and son, respectively, that saw Dahomey reach the height of its power. By the mid-1800s, Europeans began to shift their approach to Africa, largely through missionaries and the rare European inland visitor to the capitals of her great kingdoms.
Now, some of these people ham and some of them not, just like you got here. But let's go.
They began to seek monopolist control over Dahomey and West Africa as a whole. Dahomey and Oyo now had new enemies in France and Britain. In 1851, France got its foothold at the trading town of in the form of a protectorate. Now, with the force of industrialized Europe, France was given control of Dahomey in 1884. But France was not given control with the consent of Africans, but at the Berlin Conference of European nations. King Behenzin, perhaps the last great king in the royal lines of Dahomey, now had to buy arms from the Germans. The French landed 2,000 men at Porto Novo and marched north to Abomey. This statue in the center of Abomey tells a story of a man who resisted outsiders. Just a few miles from the royal palaces is the private court of Hosu Bowele, or the King Shark as he was known.
A man that resisted hostile people, Europeans, right? But also, remember, in Mexico, you'll find another man who resisted, right? And they named a town after him. He's a Negro.
Apolline Rosaline Behenzin is the caretaker of the private court of King Behenzin.
Look forward a little bit.
And feared by the French army. Every attempt to take over the land by France had been unsuccessful up to this point. France had slowly begun to occupy the land along the coast around the port of Cotonou, and it was a protectorate of the city of Porto Novo, slowly encroaching northward towards the capital. By February of 1890, the French and the Dahomeyans met on the battlefield. After 2 military defeats and an economic defeat in Porto Novo's French-run palm plantations, France was forced to surrender. But Behenzin knew this was not the end, and he restricted France to the port of Cotonou and made them pay an annual fee for its use. Behenzin in turn bought arms from the Germans, who only 20 years earlier were battling with France over the states of Alsace and Lorraine. Despite the volatilities of these two nations and their British, Dutch, Scandinavian, and Latin cousins, these nations put aside their differences to partition a continent where they knew little about her people, or even where these new so-called borders would be. France was awarded a large chunk of West Africa, including Dahomey.
Popped up so-called Africa, right? But you got to go by the scriptures who would tell you where everybody is. You know? And that's why I said so-called Africa. How they chopped it up way back then. Like they gave these other people Israel. Right? And it still goes on today. Right? That's why I said COINTELPRO inside Israel. Same shit, same stuff going on. Pardon my language. Same stuff going on. Same stuff.
Fearing what the British might do if she conquered the nations to the east, or what the Prussian states of Germany would do if they annexed Togo just west of her, France put an end to the treaty with Béhanzin after just 2 years. This final Dahomey French War of 1892 was indicative of many wars fought across Africa over this period. Europe, now fully awake after a near 1,000-year slumber, obsessed with the riches and pleasures of the African continent, would stop at nothing.
The Dark
to gain its
Ages
full
slumber.
Having been forced to trade with these people for centuries, the royals of West Africa knew there would be one last. It was no different. On paper, it was France against Dahomey. In reality, it was white against black.
I'm sorry. I was asleep. So with that, y'all, I'm going to say Shalom, man. In reality, this is what it is. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Let's go.
West Africa knew there would be one last battle. Béhanzin was no different. On paper, it was France against Dahomey. In reality, it was white against black.
That's what it is, guys. With that, my name is Qanath, Banyasha Allah, F.O.P.E. For our people edification. We love all of you. We love all of you. Shalom.